There's the cursor. Go away, cursor. Actually, no, I'll leave the cursor. Blah 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 blah. We're alive, but I'm gonna go AFK real quickly. Okay, I'm back. We're gonna do it, alright. We're gonna get through more of this story. So hopefully, let's continue. So I remember last time, we just finished talking to Sachi. And then she showed us the bathroom. So now, let us continue. To tell the truth, when I was stopped by the policeman yesterday, it was because I'd been wandering back and forth in the same place while planning out a possible marathon route. Interesting. I woke at the usual time, ran at the usual time, and now I'm eating my usual breakfast menu. No different from the days when I was living together with my master in the mountains. My standard tempo of living. Yeah, sure. I know what you did. There's a difference. It's limited to the slight surprise I felt when I opened my eyes and found a roof over my head. During my hike from Yamanashi, I had gotten used to sleeping in the open. So when I woke up inside a room, there was a slight feeling of unease, and I thought, right, I'm living in a dorm now. That mild discomfort hasn't even disappeared now as I'm eating my corn cereal. It's hard to settle down inside a new lair until it's ingrained with your scent. It's like an animal. Even so, I'll start living at this tempo every day from now on, going to school every morning, so there's no real need to rush things. Oh shoot. If I actively spend every day packing myself with potentially useful knowledge, someday this sort of lifestyle might come naturally to me. Hi, Andre. We're playing some eroge. Come join us with eroge. Anyways, let's continue. The effort strikes me as a little troublesome, but as my master once told me, it's Overwatch 2. When it comes to your life and your women, a little bit of trouble is just about right. Speaking of women, they're a simple bunch but that doesn't make them any less difficult to handle. Here. Okay. We're good. I learned that much in my first year living with my master. Yeah. In my master's words. When you're a brat, running fast is enough to make you popular. When you're in middle schooler, the guy who can fight will be popular. And after that, it's the guys with brains who get the girls. You learned from the best. I miss Asako. In other words, run, punch, and read books, and you'll never run dry. What do you think? Short and sweet, right? That was her theory, at least. The things she said were always ridiculously simplistic. Honestly, I ignored those words with a snort the first time I heard them. My master was a woman who put her beliefs into practice. Every morning she made me run, and every day she hit me with a stack of books. Although I don't know if she's to blame, I still run 16 kilometers every morning and habitually read books whenever I have free time. Dude, that's a lot of running. I can't even run that much. Sometimes she was harsh. Sometimes she was sweet. She would emit an abrasive, overpowering aura at times, but every once in a while, she could be so gentle that I thought my brain would melt out my ears. Ooh. Hold on. I didn't change my, thingy. I don't think you've ever watched the Grisaia series, have you, Andre? There you go. We good. I thought random mouths out my ears. Okay. That was my master, a woman with a sizable build who was nonetheless very picky about the little things. I've had a hard time dealing with large women ever since those days, but being aware of the fact doesn't mean I can fix it. It's not like, well, let's just say it's a good story. It's not that I dislike them on a conscious level, but whenever I see a tall woman, I can't help but feel wary out of pure instinct. If you ask why I'm bringing this up all of a sudden, well, that would be because I've just been reminded that there's a large woman at this school as well. Huh? Wait, who? That's Makina. And that's, Amane. Yay. Since this place is a student dormitory, it's, of course, only natural that a community of students who would already be living here, and it's entirely probable that they have their own rules that I don't know yet. Also, I'm a country hick fresh from the rural areas of Yamanashi. So it goes without saying, I'm poorly versed in the customs and rituals of this land. Yes. I have no way of penetrating the depths of significance that might be hiding in an action that, at a glance, looks to be a simple case of bullying. What game's this? What are the rules? Huh? Wow. Dude, don't Craiggasm at this game, man. It's pretty lewd stuff. It's pretty lewd. Oh shoot, I didn't read that. Oh, read it for me, Andre. Uh-oh. Well, we'll just continue. It's the little girl slash big woman combo I arbitrarily named the Cicada Sisters when I first arrived at the school yesterday. Little. Big. Who do you think? Wait, I think someone once said they answered a question with a stupid. That's so. I suppose that means I'm irredeemably stupid. Please call me moron, boy, as if we've been friends for 10 years. Cicada Sisters. Oh my goodness. Already the bullying starts. Here comes the bullying. I saw the pair of you from the gate yesterday. One of you was swinging a cicada around, and the other was shrieking, if I remember correctly. Not a chance. I'll see what I can do. Wait, when did she say her name was Amane? What? Yeah, Kazami Yuji. Yoroshiku. Or hajimemashite. Oh god. I thrust out my right hand, but the tall woman in front of me doesn't show any sign of grasping it. She's stiffened on the spot, staring fixedly at my face. It looks as though she's even forgotten to breathe. Uh-oh. Something wrong? The big woman's frozen expression suddenly melts, and she lightly shakes my hand. It's an unexpectedly small but decidedly cold hand. I know why she stopped. I won't say though. Yeah. You too, Makina. Hurry up.
Why do I?
Why do I?
Her voice.
別に噛みつきゃしないわよ。名前は？
I didn't realize it was this late. Wait, what's that emote? I can't read it! Normal if. Oh, gonna hit bed now. That's okay. Love you, Mum. Sweet dreams. I'll highlight this for you. Makina.
Iris Machina.
Iris. Machina. No, that's okay. Your sleep's more important, don't worry. I'd rather you sleep. Yeah, 9 hours ahead, holy crap. I'll see you tomorrow. Or you watch in the morning. Don't worry. I love you, Mom. Yes, I will try and sleep well. Bye bye. Anyways. Click. Click. Iris is a Greek god. And is it machina a Latin word? Literally translated, it would be something like Mecha Rainbow Goddess. Do you know if it says you're playing Overwatch? I switched it. I switched to Overwatch and I was like, oh wait, this is bad. So I didn't want to I didn't want to get banned or anything. So yeah, here we are. Just let me read my dashboard. Yeah, we're good. Don't worry. If you want, let me see. I think you can also do title. Or was it? No, you do exclamation point game and type in the game Grisaia no Kajitsu. Since you're a mod as well, you can do it. I can do it myself. But anyways, let's continue. So she's basically a lolly. She's a lolly mech. What country are you from?
耳で聞くと確かにそう聞こえるかもしれないけど、漢字で書くと入り江の入りに巣鴨の巣、種まきのまきにナッパの名でイリスマキナ。日本人だよ。
日本人, yeah. You know, I got red eyes. Wasn't she speaking English just now? Yeah. We can hear everything.
ああ、この子言語やがちょっとね。それに親の都合で6歳まで海外を飛び回ってたから。
That is true. I see. Well, hajimemashite. Don't be shy. Oh. Staring at my outstretched hand in silence, Makina clings to Amina's back as if trying to hide herself. What is wrong?
ああ、ごめん。この子人見知りが激しいっていうか、男の子に慣れてないのよ。
It's too bad.
病院生活が長かったってのもあって、同世代の男の子が珍しいっていうか、どう接すればいいのかわからないみたいなのよね。
I withdraw the hand I'd been holding out towards Makina. There's no need to force yourself to deal with me in the first place, I guess. And I'll be back. Back. This might be short as well. Hopefully it's not short. Why am I dropping frames? Oh well. There's no need to force her to deal with me in the first place, I guess.
いいのよ。そうやって甘やかすといつまで経ってもこのままなんだから。 ほらマキナ、握手は？
How did you make your banner? Well, if you met Grindfest, who is my mum in chat, I made a little collab with her. Oh god, hold on, wait. Let me turn down the... There. Basically, it was for Osu. But, here, I'll just send it. But yeah, it's just like a little collab thing that I wanted to do. And she was kind enough to let me join her. Or to let me put her in the collab. Here, I will just send it to you. It's on Discord. Okay. Continue. How about a handshake? Give me a handshake. You're cute.
じゃないわよ。ちゃんと挨拶できない子はおやつあげないわよ。
Dang. Treats her like an actual kid. That's sad. They're only 2 years apart. Is don't get any snacks supposed to be an effective threat in this day and age? Or so I thought. But hearing those words, Makina bites her lip tightly and extends her right hand toward me with a strained expression. That's so cute. Oh my goodness. I gently clasp her small hand and put on the natural-looking fake smile I learned from my master. Yeah. I am Kazami Yuji. Hajime mashite.
イリス、マキナです。よろしく。
よろしく。
Her voice is small and marked by a distinct lisp. Her hand is as tiny as her body and it's hot like that of a child. I didn't know she had a lisp.
怖くないでしょ？挨拶だけじゃなくて、他に何かお話ししたいことは？
How about you two talk for a bit? Why not?
好きな動物は何ですか？
I like dogs. What about it?
へえ、答えてから質問するのね。
He's mocking me. I'm not really the indecisive sort. I don't hesitate when I need to come up with an answer. Even more so when I have an important decision to make. Exactly, he gets this done, because he runs this. Compared to failing without even trying, I'd rather take action even at the risk of a mistake. True.
おー、かっこいい。
Are you mocking me?
まさか。
Masaka. Then why'd you laugh? Exactly.
なんでだろうね。
I've heard answering a question with another question is a sign of stupidity. Oh! Got him!
あらそう。じゃあきっと私はバカなのね。これからは10年来の友達のようにバカねと呼んでちょうだい。
Oh my god, you can already tell she likes it. Got it, moron girl.
今はまだ笑ってるけど、次呼んだら怒るよ。
What a troublesome woman. Yes.
あれ、もう行っちゃうの？
I don't feel like being late on my first day.
授業が始まるまでまだ1時間はあるわよ。
I'm used to waiting. I'll kill time sightseeing over there or something.
それが悪いとは言わないけど、変わってるね。
Seems a little weird. No, it's not. You're weird. I get that a lot. Well, I'll see you in class.
あ、ユージくん、ちょっと待って。
Nani?
私からも一つ質問していいかな？
If it's something I can answer.
その
Dot dot dot. Question mark, question mark, question mark.
ごめん、やっぱいいや。
If you've got something to say, spit it out. No need to hold back.
また後で聞くわ。もう少し考えをまとめてから。
I see. Okay, so basically what happened there is she has a flashback, and that's all I'll say. And you should watch the anime to really understand the flashback. I don't understand the thought patterns of large women. Game came first before the anime, but the anime is really good. My master would probably say, if you don't understand by now, you never will. Or my own thoughts are more along the lines of, even if I could understand, why bother? Yep. No need to trouble yourself. Well then. Having said that to Amane, I'm confronted with the fact that there are no sights particularly worth seeing here. There's easily an hour until the start of class. I've obviously woken up too early. Well, still being better than late, I guess. Might as well wait in the classroom. Right as I mumble those words, just as I begin walking down the hallway... Oh, is this Michiru? No! What the? Exactly. As I'm making my way towards the classroom, the principal had described yesterday, I heard something resembling a scream. No, not a scream exactly. Yeah, I think she's practicing. The heck? Although it doesn't seem to be an emergency situation, I'm certainly a bit concerned by this sound. It's dramatically out of place in the otherwise quiet morning schoolhouse. For the time being, I decide to approach. Bom, bom, bom. It is her! It's your favorite girl, Mum. There she is. There she is. Let me change the filter in here too. Anyways. When I peer inside through the hallway window, I find a single woman shouting in the direction of the blackboard. Judging from the fact that she's wearing a uniform, it would seem that she's a student here like Sachi, Amane, and Makina. Apparently oblivious to my presence, she continues her routine. After deeply inhaling, what is that? All in one breath, she firmly lets loose a string of syllables familiar as a vocal tuning exercise. I see. I'm telling you to do what I say. While staring at the memo pad in her hand, she awkwardly but forcefully rattles off phrases one after the other. Oh my goodness. It seems like it'd be best to ask her what she's doing directly. Go for it. This the broadcasting club? Oh my goodness. In response to my question, or more likely my entrance, the woman leaps up in shock and draws back a good 3 meters. Actually, the thing I just noticed, the thing I like about Michiru is the way she has that little tooth. It reminds me of Monogatari. Desk and chairs clatter dramatically in her wake. No, I might have been hasty to assume that from the vocal exercises. The drama club seems plausible as well. You seem to be saying some kind of lines. Just as I'm getting ready to rephrase my question, the woman preempts me with her own. Ore? Kazami Yuji desu. I'll be transferring here as of today. Yes, I just said that. Nodding, I walked a few steps toward and stand in front of the woman. So, were you doing some sort of rehearsal after all? Sorry if I interrupted. Which is it? I don't quite follow, but if I start asking questions, she'll probably get even noisier. So I choose the path of least resistance. Yeah, what an actor. After I flop down in the chair, the woman mutters to herself in a low but perfectly audible voice. In contrast, she delivers her self-introduction with an artificial brightness. Oh my goodness. That's so. Initials MM, huh?
ド M ってわけじゃないんだからね。
No one said. Oh my goodness, you basically labeled yourself as an MM now. Nobody said anything remotely like that. Oh my goodness.
あ、ごめんなさい。じゃない。そう聞きそうに見えたのよ。
Do you want to be called a masochist that badly?
したくないわよ。なんでそうなるの？
The face! There it is! It's so funny. Quite an energetic woman. She drops the subject and forges boldly on ahead.
そう。私はこのクラスで委員長的なことをしているわ。だから何か困ったことがあったら、私に相談してもいいのよ。
What does that sorta mean?
それはその委員長は他にいるからよ。その辺融通は聞かせなさいよ。
Why, there is always two per class in Japan. Fair enough.
妙に物分かりがいいわね。まあいいわ。それと
The woman's voice suddenly grows quieter.
前もって聞いておくけど、あなたは冗談が通じる方？
I wouldn't call myself an enthusiast.
聞いておいてよかった。
She clears her throat affectedly.
じゃああなたは私のことを特別に名前で呼んでいいことにするわ。本当なら様付けで呼ばなきゃいけないんだけど、許してあげる。
Exactly. Just nothing but silence. I think she makes the most facial expressions out of everyone, though. I mean, that is how she's supposed to be after all. Being tsundere.
なんかまずいこと言っちゃったかな。テンプルではこれでいいはずなんだけど、やっぱり様付けとか言わない方が良かったのかも。ああ、もうその辺の。
What a weirdo.
今のもう一回やりの。
Oh, it doesn't continue, okay. You want me to call you Michiru, yes?
そうよ。それでいいの、それで。
She hums to herself and nods emphatically, apparently satisfied with this result. Next, she takes a colorful wafer of some sort out of a small container and crunches down on it vigorously. What are you eating?
あげないわよ。
Wasn't asking, I was just wondering what those were.
ただのラムネ菓子よ。それがどうかしたの？
That's so. From the way you're showing them off, I was pretty sure you wanted me to ask. Oh my goodness, she's so perceptive.
うるさいわね。あんたに見せるためにやったんじゃないわよ。
Said no one ever. Oh, oops. I didn't realize that covered the script. Okay, continue.
なんか今のうまくいった。多分今のそうよね。結構良かったよね。案外私素質あるのかも。
I got a strange sense of deja vu from her phrasing just now. What was it? One of those long advertisements they put up inside trains? Since I had to ride them often, the few I've seen stand out in my memory. Right, they reprinted this idiotic article from a woman's magazine about how to make men fall for you. Purposely treat them coldly at first in order to create a contrast for your affection when you make your move. That is a tsundere. Learn that, Andre. That is a tsundere.
何いきなり考え込んでるのよ。こういう時はなんだっけ。私の美しさにぼーっとなっちゃう気持ちも。でそれってなんか違うキャラよね。そうじゃなくて
Clumsy. So you're supposed to be a tsundere. Ooh.
違うわよ。いや違う。そうなんだけどって嘘。いきなり言っちゃうわけそれ。
Michiru covers her mouth with her left hand and staggers backward in apparent shock. Her reaction is a bit puzzling, but I think I probably hit the bullseye. I see, I think I understand. You're playing a tsundere in an attempt to attract male attention, yes? Oh my goodness. Wait, right here. But there's still some points I'm not clear on, like that hair. Why are you bleaching it?
これは地毛よ、地毛。
Chige! Please, a genuine blonde has a more natural tone. Not that artificial looking gold color. I've known a few. Wait, so... Huh? Wait, quick save first. Wait, does that mean JB is a natural blonde? Hold on, I'm gonna do research real quickly. Julia Barudera. Yeah, Barudera. Yuria. Let me see. Oh yeah, huh. There is a subtle difference between the... Oh yeah. Huh. That's cool. Okay. Her hair is definitely lighter. And bigger than how many? Okay. I've known a few.
うるさいわね。ヘアマニキュアでいい色合いのがなかったのよ。
Oh my goodness, she even admitted to it. Oh, this girl's she's such a bimbo. That's so. Next time I happen to visit America, remind me to pick you up some better hair dye. Oh my goodness. So as I was saying, why bleach it? And that hairstyle is a little odd too. It's not one I see that often.
そう決まってるんだから仕方ないでしょ。
仕方ないでしょ。The way what has to be?
ツンデレには呪いがあるのよ。
Michiru begins to mumble her words under her breath, as if to enumerate the curse's power.
私は地の髪の色が濃いからブリーチかけても1日放っておかないとダメだし、市販のだと皮膚が荒れちゃうから豊橋のメーカーが作ってるのをわざわざネットで取り寄せてるし、正直めんどくさいわよ。
That she has to describe the tsundere curse in the first person seems a bit strange. But pointing that out would only prolong this, so I leave it be.
でも金髪でツインテールで、そうじゃないと本当のツンデレとは認めてもらえない。だけど私、いや、私を出すにはこれしかないの。だからそれは否定しちゃいけないのよ。
Michiru jabs out an index finger in my direction and...
ツンデレは金髪ツインテールなの。分かった？いや、分かれ！
I can see why you like her now. As she runs out of breath in grand style, the curtain finally drops on Michiru's one-woman show. The echoing of her ragged breathing is the only sound in the otherwise silent classroom. Exactly 30 seconds passed. That was all in 30 seconds? Holy moly. Oh wait, no, it's just after. Oops. Oops. That was 30 seconds after. It's tough being a tsundere. Got it. Oh my goodness. I'm not sure if that wasn't what she was looking for, or she's just lost the will to go on. But Michiru glares at me while emitting a sound reminiscent of a malfunctioning industrial machine. He has such a creative imagination. Anyways, let's get along, Michiru. Yoroshiku.
よろしくないわよ。あんた一人でよろしくすればいいじゃない。
Yeah, it goes without saying. I plan to get along just fine on my own. Oh, shoot.
ここはセオリー通りにちゃんと戸惑ってよ、バカ。
It really isn't easy being a tsundere, is it?
もういい、帰れ。
Finally breaking down, Michiru begins flinging waste paper, permanent markers, and anything else lying around in my direction in an attempt to drive me out. Oh, forever alone. Are you crying? Sorry, my bad.
泣いてない、バカ。
My attempt at apology seemed to only have fueled her anger. So in the end, I decided a temporary withdrawal is in fact called for. Let me check over. It was Harudera. Oops. Okay, back to thing. Class is starting in another 15 minutes, but it should be fine. I'll just kill some time somewhere.
おはよう。おはようございます。
Hi Sachi, hi Amane. 5 minutes before the start of class, practically the moment after I re-enter the classroom, Amane and Sachi arrive. The tsundere from earlier is looking at me with naked aggression, but noticing the arrival of others.
おはよ ち
Resuming the performance in question, she promptly calls out to them.
おはようございますみちる様
The instant her greeting is returned, Michiru runs over noisily and shakes her hand in front of Sachi.
どうかしたんですかサチあんたそれやめてって言ったでしょみちる様ってのでもこれはみちる様が絶対にそう呼べって言ったから
Aww, so loyal.
だからあれはその冗談で一度物理フォーマットしてもう一回入れ直せないね
Michiru, while glancing over in my direction for some reason, desperately entreats Sachi. Amane leaning on a desk. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. Now I gotta move this. Oh, I gotta move chat away now. Frick. Alright, put it in the corner here. Michiru glances. Amane leaning on a desk seems to be occupied while trying to hold in her laughter.
そんな絶対って言ったからだから私
Aww. You're gonna make her cry. You're such a douche, Michiru.
泣かないでとりあえず今だけこれ命令はい泣きません
Oh my goodness. That quickly. The instant Michiru speaks, Sachi's tears abruptly vanish as if someone threw a switch. Oh my goodness. Michiru watches her cautiously, sweating heavily.
わかったわよ特に何も規制とかしないから好きに呼べばいいじゃないはいみちる様
Oh, fudge. Oh no. Oh, fudge. Hold on. Let me,
殺すわよ
I'll read it later. I'll kill you. Sorry, I just wanted to give it a try.
うー
This is going badly. Michiru collapses weakly onto her desk.
おはよ
How is she sleepy? Makina's lisping voice sounds from the rear of the classroom. Seems like she might not be used to my presence yet, judging from the way she beelines straight for Amane, hides herself behind her, and steals glimpses at me.
おはよあんたの人見知りというか男見知りは本当に筋金入りねマキナ大丈夫よちょっとムカつくとこもあるけどこいつはそんな危ない人間じゃなさそう
Shady. Appreciate it, Michiru.
別にあんたのためにしたわけじゃないわよ決まった今のは綺麗に決まった
I think she just speaks her mind too like that. Keep up the good work. Apart from the large woman, this bunch seems to present quite a variety of communication difficulties. Nothing but fantastically normal students here, principal. As if in response to my sarcasm with the chiming of the opening bell. The perfectly normal principal appears before my eyes. Oh, fudge. Wait a second, there's only 4. As we've arrived at the beginning of the school day, I notice a difference from the information I'd heard yesterday.
みんな揃ってるわねってわけでもないかやっぱり
Standing at the podium, the principal notices the irregularity at a glance.
榊さんは今日はお休みかしら
Her tone seems to be asking if anyone's familiar with the circumstances.
今日も条約出勤じゃないかしらここんとこずっとそうだし確かに最近は夕方からしか来なくなっちゃったわねユミちゃんどうしたのかな何かあったんでしょうか
Apparently, I'm not the only one with questions about our lone truant.
まあいいわ風見くんの紹介もしたかったけどそのうちに会えるでしょ
You're strangely tolerant. I don't want to run into her. Not yet.
ちょっといろいろとあってねじゃあ出席を取ります
From an open window, the scent of the tide flows into the room. Perhaps because of the walls and steel fences surrounding us on all sides, it's not always easy to remember that this place is in fact close to the sea. In contrast to the breeze and the blue sky's intimations of freedom, the gray of those jutting fences speaks of denial and rejection. While my classmates raise their voices energetically, I pass the time staring into that sky. School life, huh?
ここが視聴覚教室です。すべての席にリスニングとヒアリングの機材が揃えられていて、語学学習にも適しています。
Looks that way. I can tell from a glance that this place is well equipped. Using the time after the homeroom period, I'm getting a small introduction to the school's facilities from Sachi. Normally this would be the principal's job, but she seems to be occupied with official duties, so I ended up getting another tour from our class rep.
ライブラリはすべて外部にあるサーバーと高速回線でつながっていて、いつでも短時間で検索し鑑賞することができます。だからここには DVD とかブルーレイとかは一本もないんです。
Which would make checking a movie out impossible, I guess.
そうですね。あまねさんはそれで前に残念がってました。
Sachi smiles a bit wryly as she speaks. She's so modest, so polite. Most of the stuff is probably in the pamphlet somewhere, but Sachi's explanations are comparatively to the point, clear, and easy to understand. It seems she's actually quite intelligent.
過去に放送されたテレビ番組も全部ではありませんが鑑賞することができます。ないものについては請求して承認されればサーバーに入れてもらえますので。
Looks like they weren't that sloppy on the casting after all.
何のドラマの話ですか？
The school drama currently being broadcast. Oh my goodness. Oh, but she's also naive, which is really weird. So she's smart, but she's naive. She's not street smart.
以上になります。
Having completed a general review of the school's facilities, Sachi's explanation comes to an end. Thank you, it was a big help. Tasukata.
いえ、これもクラス委員の仕事ですから。
I guess so.
それより風見さんはまだここに残るんですか？
Yeah, there's still a classmate I haven't met yet after all.
あ、そうですね。
Hearing my response, Sachi's brisk tone gives way to a hesitant mumble. 何?
いえ、なんでもないです。すみません。
After a brisk bow, she quickly runs off down the hallway. Did I trigger a death flag just now? I don't think there's a single person in the world who wouldn't worry about that kind of ominous foreshadowing. Well, that might be an overstatement. There are some pretty carefree people out there. I'm just not one of them. Seems like it would be best to be on my guard, or more so than usual. The light flooding in through the windows has shifted from overhead to my side. It won't be that long until the sun sets. After parting from Sachi, I walk the empty hallway alone. My surroundings are very nearly soundless thanks to my habitually quiet footsteps. However, inside the stillness, I sense a definite presence at my destination. She finally show up? I hear a faint sound from the interior of the previously silent classroom. With that confirmation, I slowly open the door. Uh-oh, get ready. The moment I enter the classroom, tension fills the air. It's my favorite girl. Behind a window seat desk in the middle of the classroom, a chair rattles as its occupant turns to face me. My immediate impression of the girl, she doesn't appear particularly friendly. Yo. While it might not be the most polite first greeting, I call out casually as I approach in order to demonstrate my lack of malicious intent. Sakaki Yumiko. Ne. Her expression doesn't change. Sitting on the chair, absolutely stock still, she stares fixedly at me. I am Kazami Yuji. I'm a new student here as of today. I come to a halt in front of her desk. So, I will be your classmate as well, it seems. Pulling out a chair from the desk in front of her, I sit down. At the moment, we're about a meter apart. Nonetheless, the woman stares at me so tensely that she seems to be forgetting to breathe. Rather than staring, her expression could be more accurately described as glaring. I wasn't able to introduce myself in the morning. Heard you'd probably be around in the evening. I keep talking regardless, but no response is forthcoming. She is a tough nut. Maybe she's got a psychological problem with men like Machina. But then again, she didn't try to run when I approached her. I changed my position on the seat to face her directly. Straddling the chair, I lean forward slightly. The motion has closed the 1 meter gap between us down to about 70 centimeters. So they are pretty much face to face. I'd like to at least confirm your identity. Oi! As if to declare her refusal to acknowledge my existence, the woman stands from her seat and briskly moves to exit the classroom. How about at least responding to me? I follow her immediately. Here you go. Woman opens the classroom's rear door just enough for one person to pass and tries to slip her way outside. Oi! Calling out again, I try to follow her through that gap. In that moment, the woman forcefully slams the door shut. Oh, snap. She clearly closed it, knowing full well I was trying to follow. Her expression betrays surprise. Maybe she'd been expecting me to get my hand caught in the door or back off from having it slammed in my face. Instead, the door she'd attempt to slide closed is firmly held open by my hand, an outcome she apparently hadn't been prepared for. Oh. He's quick. You could have broken my hand, you know that. Although she's the one who is trying to shatter my fingers, she's glaring at me like I'm the bad guy here. What exactly did I do to deserve this from someone I've just met? I'm just looking for an Opening the half-shut door, I take a step forward. She doesn't back down. Ooh. Oh! Quite the greeting! Oh, I know what she did. I stopped the motion of her hand about 5 centimeters before its target. It isn't the most efficient block, but for the purpose of diffusing her reckless hostility, an easily comprehensible action seems necessary. I wasn't expecting something of the sort, but you favor the classic slap to the face, I see. Maintaining my grasp on the woman's wrist, I stare her down at short range. As for the woman, she's staring right back, her eyes open wide with shock, completely still. Well then, let me ask you again. The strong orange glow of the evening sun illuminates the classroom. I like the lighting in this scene, it's pretty nice. Are you Sakaki Yumiko? Her expression hostile as ever, the woman slowly opens her mouth. With an air of slight resignation, but clearly unwavering in her refusal of any relation with me, she speaks. Ooh, that voice is so good. Okay, good to meet you. As the evening sun fell behind a cloud, its light dimmed and the classroom filled with shadow. With the sound of Yumiko's breath and the faint roar of the waves from beyond the walls, the curtain was raised on my normal student life. Well, that's interesting. It won't show that cutscene? That's interesting. Wow. Okay. The Little Tree of Grisaia. The name of the great tree is Grisaia. They are fruits that... Oh, can't read it. Okay. It's too fast. What do I do? I think I should just record this later. Ah, frick. Okay. 5'4". 5'6". Oh my goodness. I'm an inch tall. 5'1". She was born on Christmas. 4'8". She is so small. Sachi. 4'11". Oh. They are the fruits that ripen on the branch, but not a flower has bloomed. Wow! That sucks. Okay, well, I'm gonna upload that later. The interval between classes or recess is fundamentally a time for lazing around. This is time for a good save here, too. This is probably the next scene. Uh-oh. The interval between classes or recess is fundamentally a time for lazing around. Given a half-assed 10-minute break, most people won't be able to put it to any real use. I myself imagined a school life along those relaxed lines, and was looking forward to spending some aimless time right around now. But... oh, shoot. What? Again? That slightly pitiful hope was shattered all too quickly. Oh my goodness, she's crazy. Of course I'm not gonna break a sweat from any tat of Yumiko's, but being slashed at with the blade isn't the kind of pleasant breather I had in mind. I guess she had thought it a particularly well-timed attack, judging from the shocked gaze she's directing at me as she catches her breath. Oh shoot. Of course, given that conspicuous clicking sound and her plainly audible footsteps, she might as well have been screaming, "Here I come," but... time moves at half speed in my immediate vicinity. Giving a straight answer would be a pain, so I pull something out of my ass. Yeah, I'm just screwing with you! Maybe it's just me, but I think trying to stab your classmate is somewhat worse. That is marginally worse. Actually, no, that is significantly worse. Oh, what? Okay, so there's no such crime as attempted murder. Okay, Yumiko. Okay. This woman's copy of the criminal code seems to be missing the page on attempted murder. But judging from the way she momentarily bought my nonsense, she's unexpectedly airheaded. Yes, maybe a bit naive would be the nicer way to put it. There's only 6 of us here. It would be harder to forget. Still glaring in my direction, Yumiko retracts the blade of her box cutter. Ah, signature Yumiko. And snorting in displeasure, leaves with a flutter of her skirt. When I return to the classroom, Amane strikes up a conversation. I guess the story of the knife assault in question has already spread around the classroom, as my problem with Yumiko seems to be common knowledge. It's not like she's doing me any harm, but I can't say I'm enjoying this. In our first encounter, I approached the stubbornly silent Yumiko in a physical sense. The outcome was her initial act of rejection. In part, that might have been the result of my own heightened wariness. Sachi's heavy-handed foreshadowing put me on guard, and I have a tendency not to trust someone I'm meeting for the first time. At that time, while I certainly felt animosity from her, it wasn't so intense as to discourage me from approaching. Yeah, there's definitely something that just weighs on her mind. Nothing crazy. However, from our second encounter on, Yumiko bared open hostility towards me. What's worse, apparently having come to the conclusion that she wasn't a match for me barehanded, she's been swinging around a box cutter of all things. According to Amane, it seems that Yumiko has something of a habit of brandishing retractable knives at people. Of course, her goal is usually more intimidation than anything else, but speaking as the target this time, I can sense there's a part of her that's seriously trying to stab me. It's not the best feeling in the world. That doesn't justify the fact that she puts a box cutter up to your face, okay? Can't do that. I'd really prefer to avoid that kind of recognition. Didn't notice. And you're one to talk, okay? I'm pretty perceptive when my life's in danger, but I don't really feel that level of threat from Yumiko.
ユージ君って普通の恋愛とかはちゃんとできるの？
My master did say I was exceptionally unskilled in that department. Dude, she taught you well, don't even trip.
師匠？
At any rate, I want to do something about Yumiko's aggressive rejection of me. For that purpose, I'll need to talk to someone familiar with her circumstances.
はいはい、ホームルームを始めるわよ。
With the attendance book in her hand as usual, our carefree principal appears. I guess Chizuru is the only one I can ask. In conclusion, Yumiko seems to hate me with a passion.
榊さんがどうかはともかく、あなたが嫌われる理由はよくわかるわ。
Oh, really? Okay. Oh, let's hear it.
ほうじゃないわよ。事情を知っていて暇そうなのは学園長ぐらいしかいないと思ったから聞きに来たって。わざわざ宣言して部屋に入ってくるとか何考えてるのよ。
It's a good answer. I only said what I was thinking. Was I wrong?
違うわよ。一応
Got it. In deference to your feelings, no matter how much I think you're lazing around, I'll keep it quietly buried in my heart from now on. Good enough?
そんなこと言われたら疑心暗鬼になるだけでしょ。
What do you want from me? Spare me the vague complaints. What's your pleasure?
だから嫌われるのよ。
Do you have an idea?
なんでも。で、質問の答えだけど。
Principal, cup in hand, lowers herself across from the sofa I'm reclining on.
榊さんはこの学園の創設以来の学生なの。
This place just opened recently, right?
ほぼね。一応学園の設立は今から1年前ぐらいだから。
That's really recent.
彼女はその時からここにいるのよ。
I see. What does that have to do with her rejecting me? Before responding to my question, she takes a sip of coffee from the cup in her hand.
自分のテリトリーに入ってくるのが怖いんでしょ。
Frightening.
そう。これまでは自分の認識できるものしかここには来なかったのに、いきなり異性の、それも得体の知れない人間が自分の近くに入り込んできた。
There have only been people she could understand here. Now there's a special memory of the opposite sex approaching her. I think it's more a fact that I am of the opposite sex. Principal Tachibana takes a pen in her empty hand and jabs it toward me to emphasize her point.
なので排除しようとしたってことじゃないかしら。
Hazing, is it? A bit of bullying comes with being a fresh recruit, but I didn't expect the same here.
いじめにしてはいじめられる側が強力すぎるけどね。
Apparently unconvinced by the idea of Sakaki stealing my lunch. What? She stole your lunch money? What is this girl? Principal Tachibana hides a snort of laughter behind her hand. So you can avoid being cut, but you can't avoid not getting your lunch money stolen? That's crazy. Although it's certainly amusing considering the balance of our physical strength, I don't see how I can manage a decent student life at this rate. I'm honored to have provided a moment of amusement for our perpetually overworked principal, but I came here hoping to have a path towards overcoming this challenge illuminated by your educational guidance.
あなた、実は私をいじめる目的でここに来たんでしょ。
Cranky from beginning to end, ultimately the principal didn't provide me with any useful advice. This is what a school is like, so figure it out for yourself. A normal school life means a few problems like this. I don't have to admit she managed to dodge the issue reasonably well with that line. In any case, since she didn't have any clear answer for me, I'm left with no choice but to do as she says and try to work on this overtime. It's not really my style to go with the flow like this, but if that's the proposal of my educational guide, then there's no helping it. That sounds like the slash, that's funny.
スパーリングみたいになってきたわね。
新兵を手のひらの上であしらう教官なのよさ。
最初はハラハラしましたけど、こうなってくると緊張感のかけらもないですよね。
The result of going with the flow, Yumiko's attacks have been continuing without any particular change to date.
ユージもしっかり相手しちゃうから。
Her face, it's struggling more. Look, could you quit it already?
うるさい。
Oh, snowfall. Her movement's thrown off by my sudden sidestep. Yumiko staggers forward unsteadily. She tries desperately to regain her balance, resulting in a ridiculous pose in stark contrast with her usual haughty demeanor. Michiru lets out an involuntary giggle at the spectacle. She's instantly pierced by Yumiko's furious glare.
ごめんなさい。
Oh, yeah. Just stay there, Michiru. What a wimp. Ignoring Michiru as she cowers behind her desk, Yumiko storms out of the classroom in a towering rage. Sheesh.
ちょっと。このところずっとリプレイを見せられているようです。怖かった。何よあの目。相変わらず人を凍えさせるのに十分な威力を持ってるわよ。
I love her tears too, that's pretty funny.
チルチルにはきっと血の報復があるのよさ。
ちょっとやめてよマキナ。
お楽しみに。
お楽しみにじゃねえ。
Scenes like this one were very familiar by now. With the exception of Michiru, everyone seems perfectly calm. Even if this little routine doesn't bother them, as a directly concerned party, it's problematic. Ne, Amane. In response to my call, she points to herself with her index finger, silently asking, "Me?" When I nod, she approaches in her usually pointless, sexy way.
何どうしたの？榊さんとの対戦格闘に疲れたから私の胸の中で安らぎたくなった？
Just you wait. Would you want that sort of sex worker style treatment?
ユージ君がそれを望むのならそういう日があってもいいかな？
So confident. I'll be sure to keep that offer in mind, but that's not what I need today.
は？何なの？
You've known her, Yumiko, for a long time now, right?
そりゃ確かに多少は他の子よりかは付き合いも長いけど。
Any ideas about the reason she's rejecting me this intensely?
ごめん、わからない。ああいう子でしょ？正直、事務的なこと以外に話す機会もあまりないのよね。
I see.
ユージ君も来たことだし、これから少しずつ話とかできればとは思うけど、今は私もほぼデフォルトに近い状態なのよね。
Wow, so it looks like out of all the girls, she's the most secluded one. Huh. Certainly, Yumiko hardly seems the type to open up and reveal herself to someone just because they've known each other a while, yeah. I guess I'll have to find a solution myself after all. Thanks anyway, let me know if anything comes to mind. With those words, I move to exit the classroom. If Yumiko's rejection continues to take this form, I'll have no choice but to ask the principal's advice again. At the moment, I open the door and prepare to leave.
仲間意識かな？
I stop at the sound of Amane's voice. Hmm?
ユージ君ってさ、よそから来た人じゃん？そういうとこ、あの子は異物感があって嫌なのかもね。
She's saying the same things as the principal, huh? Does it feel that way to you as well, Amane?
私はそんなことないわよ。ユージ君を全力で支援しちゃうから。
It's a little hard to take that seriously given the flow of this conversation.
ユージ君のこと仲間だって思ったら戦いも終わるかもね。
I return to the dorm and wander the hallways without any particular objective. Compared to shutting myself up alone in my room, it's easier to gather my thoughts. One of the group, huh? I recall Amane's parting words. It's easy for her to say, but actually getting that island of a human being to recognize me as a friend seems next to impossible. First of all, we're not even on speaking terms yet. Oh, this late already? The sun is sinking below the window frame, casting shadows along the hall. About time for me to return to my room. Guess I'll try talking to her tomorrow. I scratch my head as I turn toward my bedroom. The sound of my slippers echoes roughly in the hallway. Yumiko might have her own set of internal rules, since she hasn't tried to attack me even once while inside the dorm. It's not that I was particularly off my guard as a result of that exception. Rather, it was probably because it happened at this particular time of day. Or so I would reflect to myself later. Again, evening, a hallway in the dormitory lit by the setting sun. At the flash of thrusting light, I react instinctively and grab her arm firmly. She's scared. With her arm captured, Yumiko's face stiffens. The box cutter, blade still extended, rattles around at her feet, turning in circles around the handle, trying for the element of surprise. She's kind of scared. Yumiko's expression changes from shock to fear. That's what tips me off that I'm not wearing my peaceful face. Sorry, it was sudden, so I couldn't hold back. I didn't want to frighten her. Yeah. It's not like he wants to make enemies anyways. I thought I could play the normal student. I wanted to convince myself that I could. Look, Yumiko. Still gripping her arm, I look into her eyes and speak. I'm not your enemy. Yumiko's expression betrays uncertainty for just a moment, but just as quickly it settles back into her customary mask. But it doesn't look like you're convinced of that yet, so let me say one thing. Releasing her arm, I pick up the box cutter lying in front of her feet. Carefully retracting the blade, I hold it out to Yumiko. I won't cause you harm, and I won't pry into your business either. That's a promise, so stop this. It's pointless. Observe me and reach your own conclusions. If I'm lying, you can always try stabbing me again. Stumbling, Yumiko retreats a single step. Bye. Turning around, I return to my room. Normally, Yumiko would seize such a chance to attack, but something's different now. Her elongated shadow is still, and the hallway is silent except for the small sound of her breathing. It's only 4 o'clock, wow. That's a new day. After that day, Yumiko's attacks came to an abrupt halt. The scenes of sudden violence disappeared from our classrooms and hallways. Although Amane barraged me with questions about the abrupt change, it wasn't really something I could talk about. I vaguely deflected her interest. If I can use this as an opportunity to slightly improve my relationship with Sakaki, it's very welcome from the perspective of my normal campus life. Yo. As usual, to call Yumiko's behavior when we come across each other curt would be an understatement. But at the very least, judging from the clearly different ways she's looking at me, her observation period seems to be ongoing. Unless it's about my weaknesses, I'll answer. That's a shame. Come up with something else. She occasionally talks to me like this, but instead of friendly chats about our lunch plans, we have investigative inquiries and careful negotiations. Even so, I suppose it's a considerable improvement over outright bloodshed, yes. Is that your idea of social interaction between classmates? Right then. I open my hands in an exaggerated American-style shrug. Well, good luck to you, Yumiko. I think it's time to leave before she starts probing any further. Seems like she's hung up on that point. After those events, I've been intentionally addressing Yumiko by her first name. Family name would actually be more appropriate here, but I've gotten a bit of a reason for doing this. Says the woman who's never referred to me as anything but you. So you're saying as classmates we should both use last names? Yumiko's expression clearly reads, oh crap, yeah. So she didn't, well, she forgot about that loophole.
なんであなたと同等の立場で呼び合わないといけないの？
Isn't that the starting point for building a cordial relationship?
だからといって。
Alright, in that case, I'll take our friendship to the next level by making up a pleasant nickname for you. You can do the same for... It might be a little early for that, so I propose starting with last names. Yumiko hesitates briefly, but before long, she opens her mouth stiffly and in a tight voice.
よろしくね、風見くん。
After speaking those words with a cramped attempt at a smile, she stalks off. Yeah, best regards, Sakaki. Thus, after great hardship, I finally succeeded in establishing an absolute minimum level of communication with my 5th classmate. Seems the student life thing is pretty rough in its own way. When I push open the heavy glass doors, I find the lobby in utter silence. Exchanging my outdoor use shoes for the slippers I use in my room, I reach for the board hanging above the shoe racks, and flip the magnetic name tag reading Kazami Yuji from out to in. A glance at the other name tags reveals that Sakaki, Sachi, and Amane are all in, but there's no one in the lobby. They're probably shut up in their rooms doing homework. Hold on. There wasn't any homework assigned today, which would mean my hypothesis just now can't be accurate. Then what? When students shut themselves up in their rooms, homework and masturbation are the only thing that comes to mind. He's so dirty. Although I gave the matter a little thought, I don't plan on going around and confirming my new conjecture. Yeah, that'd be a bad idea. It's just a guess, and no matter what sort of vile filth they're getting off to, that's their prerogative. In this case, pretending not to notice would be the kinder thing. Having reached that conclusion, I reach out to the door of my room, but in doing so, I notice that the bit of tape I stuck on my door as a seal has been ripped off. Someone's in the room. Backing away from the door for a moment, I quietly press my ear against the wall, but I can't hear any noises from inside. No! No! I think this is it. It doesn't seem like a typhoon is laying waste to the room in my absence, but either way. If it's someone stupid enough to miss the tape, no need to be too careful. I forcefully swing open the